Hello, Sanjay.
Hey,
So, what are your views about Indian parents' involvement in their child's career?
Indian parents and children career. LinkedIn statistics 72% of Indian parents are deeply involved in the career of their children. Now, is it a good news? Is it a bad news? Is it something that should not be happening? Should we not be as indifferent and that is fine like the Western societies? It's a very detailed discussion. But the summary: one, it is too much. Second, if the Indian parents would back off a little, and actually when I say a little, I mean a lot, from their children's career, it will be great for children, it will be great for economy, and most of all, it will be excellent for children's self-confidence. Exceptions are always there, but in general, the parents' involvement in the children's career is not playing a positive role as far as our Indian society is
So,
concerned.
where do you think that this actually begins?
It begins when the child is born. Because the moment the child is almost, a couple of months old, the parents, especially the upper middle class parents, start talking about the school and the good schools in the city and which school which school the child is going to go and which school the neighbor's child has gone. And this already sets up a competition in child's mind that this is the school, because the child may not be understanding, but the voice is going into his head that this kind of school is good or this kind of school is not good. So actually it starts right from the beginning. Then of course you have seen typically the parent teachers meeting, class 3, and the parents are fighting. It's a war between the school and the parents, and the questions could be, there is too much of homework, there's no homework at all, the school doesn't have academic orientation, the mathematics teacher is not good. I have no hesitation in saying that parents want to do parenting but do not want to take up their role in terms of bringing up the children and try to push it all towards the school. And parent-teacher meeting are a classic example, especially in schools where the fees are above the median level.
Sanjay, please tell me how it unfolds in the 10th or 11th grade when you have to choose your stream of career.
This game starts largely in ninth. I will tell you about a typical scenario, and I have seen a lot of it happening in front of my eyes. The principal telling a bright young girl, "Look, you write so well for our school magazine, you would do great job in journalism. Can you ask your mother or father to meet me?" The mother comes next day, worried, and tells principal directly on the face, "She may write, sir, anything for the school magazine, but we have a family clinic. I'm a doctor, so is my husband, so was my father-in-law. And that's why our daughter is going to become a doctor. With lot of difficulty, we have put now 2 tuition teachers in place for the subject of biology, which she doesn't like. And sir, she has started liking it. So not only she would be a doctor, we are even looking for a suitable match so that our clinic can go on and can go on from generation to generations." So this is typically how a scenario unfolds. The mother had no problem in telling the principal that journalism is a horrible career. There is no beginning, there is no ending, there is no career, there is no guarantee of a money compared to the so-called honorable career of a doctor.
So, Sanjay, if this is so detrimental, then why are children not able to resist it?
They do it, but that's an exception. You see, imagine a 16 years old girl, completely financially dependent upon the family, and the family creating a social drama every day on the dining table, talking about that family clinic, how she is going to be useful. So these so-called dreams, the so-called journalism dreams, are cut and destroyed one by one. The children are not equipped to handle it, and most of the time they surrender and they come to know too late in their career that this is not something which was their calling. When you compare it with the Western societies, or even in India, when you compare it with Eastern side like Bengal or even Northeast, the children have their say. This is also in one sense depends upon the family. See, the Indian children are not brought up to say direct no to their parents.
So Sanjay, I understand your concerns, but what do you think we can do about the current situation?
There are three parts to solve this problem. One, the schools. As a matter of fact, the schools are already doing a good job, most of them. The schools are urged upon in this video to hold more and more sessions for the parents, to get counselors in, to get people from different professions in, and generally to educate the parents that while they may know a lot about their child, but they may not know much about the future career that the children may have. With this, perhaps the children may get some fresh air from their parents. Maybe the parents will get into the habit of asking some open-ended questions. The second is, and perhaps the most important, is about the parents themselves. The Indian parents must realize, and I really request you, please, the world has changed. We are in 21st century. Let's have, as parents, our own hobbies. Let's do some gardening. Let's learn some new languages. Let's do some music. Parenting is not the only hobby that we should be having. And school is not our enemy. School is our partner. The parents need to understand that the children of 21st century deserve to be brought up in a way different than we from 1960s, 70s, 80s and 90s. The times have changed. Please understand. And last, the third but not the least, is the entry of a new entity called career counselors. Look for career counselors, and I'm talking to both schools and parents who have worked in different professions. A counselor who has been a counselor right from the beginning is not a counselor. The counselor has to be a person who has moved around in different geographic territories, has worked in different areas, has the taste of public sector and private sector, and is able to comment upon how each child fits into a different format, not how the parents would like the child to be. With that, I would like to end this video. Thank you very much for asking all these great questions. And if you have any more details that you would like to know, please come to Mavan Career Coaching and do subscribe our channel. Thank you.